Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
You wait for that guy and then...
just getting my singing voice ready.
I'm so sorry that viewers missed all that. You warming up your pipes.
I need the Sarah Spivey tuning fork.
That's true. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, December 15th. We are ever closer to the Christmas holiday, and we're talking about the best Christmas songs to fall asleep to, according to science.
I don't know what AI bots Spotify used to make this playlist up, but they are good.
Yeah, so it features artists like, we're going to show you the list in a second, the top 10 list, but it features artists like Mariah Carey, Michael Bublé, and Kelly Clarkson.
Right, and so what they did is they based this data off songs based on their beats per minute, danceability, happiness, liveliness, and acousticness.
So basically slow, relaxing acoustic melodies to lull listeners into a peaceful sleep. The weird thing is, and I think this is what you're alluding to, there are some songs on here I've never heard of before.
Yeah, because they're real snooze festers.
All right, so let's take a look at the list. So the first one on here is called The Secret of Christmas, and I literally have been hunting for this song all morning. I finally found it and listened to it. I've never heard it in my life, but it's by Mother's Daughter, Beck Pete, and Ryan James Telema.
Sure. Within the first 3 seconds, I wanted to fall asleep. It was, no wonder it's the top list.
Okay.
And you know, all of these songs, like the White Christmas by Michael Bublé, Silent Night by Bublé, and the Angels. Well, the Angels We Have Heard on High gave me like Midnight Mass vibes.
Yeah.
By Bocelli.
Famous opera singer, no, not opera singer, but vocalist Andrea Bocelli. I'll Be Home for Christmas, of course, classic. By the Frank Sinatra. And
then Kelly Clarkson's Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas and Oh Holy Night by Ellie Goulding.
All right, so then Doris Day, famous, back in the day. I had never heard of this song before. It's called Christmas Present, so I put a big question mark. Nat King Cole, of course, is a classic singer for the Christmas season. And I'm very familiar with O Little Town of Bethlehem and the Christmas song, Chestnuts.
Yes, of course. There you go.
But I've never heard of the Cradle in Bethlehem, and it made the list.
That's why it's on the Songs to Fall Asleep list, Mark.
Yes, ma'am.
And then Christmas Time in the Air Again by Mariah Carey. All these songs, Mark, they all had within the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It took about 10 to 20 seconds to even hear the lyrics.
Yeah.
So it just like that really
very low key. But I would argue that the algorithm missed those two songs, Christmas Song and A Little Town Bethlehem, because I think they are also rhythmically relaxing and low key.
So if you have a cranky child or a baby at home, this is your playlist.
Or spouse or whoever,
that too.
Anything. So try it out. But Merry Christmas to everybody. This is our last kind of normal Friday as far as traffic, school, all that kind of stuff. And then we dive into the holiday season starting next week.
That's right. I know today, so a lot of kids get off at noon today for a winter break. We're having this dreary, sleepy weather. It's going to clear up for the weekend?
It is, yeah. The weekend's going to be fantastic. No issues. We're actually going to see plenty of sunshine. It's going to be really comfortable out there. But before we can get there, it definitely is a damp start and a foggy start across a good portion of South Central Texas. Take a look at these visibility values. Hindered visibility for the most part here in Bexar County, just down to a quarter of a mile over at SA International. Essentially no visibility as you get closer to the Bernie area. So just take it easy out on the roads this morning, and also keep the umbrella handy at times should you briefly need to use it, because we are expecting the potential at least to see some scattered showers push across the region throughout the majority of the day. Right now, the more notable rain west of San Antonio, pushing across Bandera County near Concan, Uvalde out there in Uvalde County as well, and even stretching down closer to the La Pryor and Crystal City regions. All of this is slowly working its way to the east. So again, while it's not going to be continuous throughout the day, we do have the potential to see some more widely scattered rain move through. Temperatures topping off in the mid-60s here in San Antonio later this afternoon. So that will be the theme today. Then we see a cold front move through later this evening. That's going to clear us out, setting us up for that fantastic weekend. Low humidity, chilly mornings followed by very nice afternoons and sunshine. Next week, quiet weather pattern looks to start as well. By the way, tomorrow tomorrow morning could also be a little bit breezy. We'll have those details for you coming up in just a bit. First, let's head over to RJ. How are things looking out there on the roads with all of this fog?
Yeah, Mia, so wanted to show you guys just real quick a TransGuide traffic camera that we have here, Loop 410 at Ingram North. So the traffic is moving pretty smoothly in both directions, but you could just see the amount of fog that a lot of these drivers are having to deal with as they make their way throughout parts of San Antonio. Wanted to show you the one incident that we're kind of dealing with right now. There was a car fire out here. This is the westbound lanes of I-10 at Presas, so you can see that the fire is out. We have San Antonio Fire Department crews out there, but this is definitely causing a delay here, and we're seeing a backup of traffic. You see right here on our maps, again, right there at Presas Street, a little bit south of downtown San Antonio, I-10 westbound. You see a nice buildup here in traffic there for people coming in from that side of town. One other stall to let you know about, this is on the near northwest side. This is on the eastbound lanes of Loop 410 at Fredericksburg Road, not causing any major delays, but something that we're going to continue to keep an eye on. Okay, so throughout the morning, if you were with us, we're talking a lot about these downtown events. There's going to be a lot of things going on. You can see right here, we have corporate parties taking place, holidays on Houston, Magical Cirque, and also the Nutcracker. So shows, events, parties, it's going to be a lot of things happening. So the city is asking for people to get there early, obviously to downtown, to your destination. But if you need to find parking, these are two of the best garages that you could find right there. That's the St. Mary's Garage. That's going to be on East Travis Street. And we have the City Tower Garage. So again, the city's saying that these have pretty good availability. Some of these other garages are going to be a little bit more full, but these are two of the best. And we have some drone footage that we're going to show you right now of the St. Mary's parking garage. And you can see indicated right there. That's the City Garage, the one that's highlighted there in yellow. So the St. Mary's Garage, again, this is walking distance out to the Majestic, Travis Park, if you're going to go to visit the tree. So that's a good spot right there. Taking a look now at drone footage from the convention center. So that convention center garage, that's going to be a little bit busy there because we have Valero. They're having their thing at the Grand Hyatt and USA at the convention center. So expect for that lot to be packed. But there's also the South Alamo lot. So if you're going to the Nutcracker at the Lila Cockrell Theater, this is a good option for you if you want to go to that South Alamo lot. So let's go back out to maps real quick. And again, we have all of this information on KSAT.com. We have a full article there. You can find all of these city-owned parking garages. And yeah, just be safe if you're headed out to downtown San Antonio. It's going to be very busy. Sarah and Mark, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. January 29th, that's the day 3 San Antonio police officers are expected to be in court in the shooting death of 46-year-old Melissa Perez.
This is a big story we've been following since the incident happened nearly 6 months ago.
Yesterday, we learned that Officer Eleazar Alejandro, Sergeant Alfred Flores, and Officer Nathaniel Villalobos had been indicted by a Bexar County grand jury. Alejandro and Flores are facing a charge of murder, and Villalobos is facing a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon by a public servant.
All three men responded to a mental health call at Bettis' southwest side apartment. Bettis was said to have a hammer in her hand when police shot her through a patio window and door, but Police Chief William McManus said that the officers didn't follow department training or policy and, quote, used deadly force, which was not reasonable given all the circumstances, end quote.
You can read more about this story online at KSAT.com. But again, all three officers are expected in court here in San Antonio coming up on January 29th.
Let's take a look at today's 9 at 9. European authorities have announced the arrest of 7 people in connection to terrorism plots against Jewish institutions. German prosecutors say at least 4 suspects are members of Hamas. The arrest coming as a U.S. national security advisor held a high-stakes meeting with Israel's prime minister, pressing him to scale back Israel's ground offensive against Hamas in Gaza.
Instead of beginning their holiday break, the Senate is planning to reconvene Monday to take up the president's defense funding request, which includes aid for Israel and Ukraine, and a vote on it next week. Talks stalled this week over Republican demands to include a tougher immigration policy.
For the first time since early August, the average interest rate for a 30-year mortgage has slipped just below 7%. The average rate is now 6.95%. Mortgage rates have been falling for 7 straight weeks, but they're still higher than a year ago when they were around 6.3%.
Expect busy airports this holiday season. Airlines for America predicts 2.8 million people will fly each day over the next couple of weeks. That would represent at least a 16% increase in the number of passengers compared to last year. And the holiday period seems more spread out than usual.
The CDC says there's an urgent need to boost vaccination rates amid increasing levels of respiratory disease. Low vaccination rates coupled with ongoing increases in respiratory disease activity by multiple viruses could lead to more severe disease and could put more strain on the healthcare system's capacity in the next coming weeks.
More doses of an RSV vaccine for infants will be available in January. The CDC is advising that doctors use the vaccines they have instead of keeping some for later. Infants under 8 months old and some at-risk kids younger than 2 can get the vaccine. RSV causes about 300 deaths a year in children under the age of 5.
The first pill to treat postpartum depression is now available in the U.S. The drug makers say it's available at specialty pharmacies and can also be shipped directly to patients. But it comes with a hefty price tag, nearly $16,000 per course. Before insurance, the drug is given as 2 pills a day for 14 days.
On the way up are retail sales. The Commerce Department says they jumped 0.3% from October to November, defying expectations. If you take out car and gasoline sales, they were even higher, up 0.6%. The biggest drivers were shopping online, at furniture stores, and eating out.
You may need to add a little more to the grocery budget for eggs again. Cal-Maine Foods, the biggest egg producer in the country, says bird flu has hit nearly 700,000 of its hens. That could force egg prices back up, which had been falling after spiking last year. And that's today's 9 at 9.
9:09, 59 degrees.
We have to take a quick break, but don't miss a look at our latest Know My Neighborhood episode about Dignity Hill. That trailer is coming up in about 3 minutes.
It's situated on a hill overlooking the downtown center of the city.
One time you couldn't give away the east side. Yeah, it's like, I can't wait till I get my hands on it, you know.
Do I want to walk outside of my house and 2 blocks later I'm at the best coffee shop in the city? Yes, but at what expense?
What I've seen was the people change. More people with money came in.
Fast food, they're everywhere. But if you want to eat anything even remotely healthy, it's not in your neighborhood at all.
Just because it's been going on for a long time doesn't mean that, it should be going on.
That's where the need is. The shelter shouldn't be far away. The shelter should be accessible.
I think we need to quit trying to get rid of them and start helping them.
We want to be a part of Dignity as well. So I think that's what makes us really, really close.
That was a look at our latest Know My Neighborhood episode about the historic Dignity Hill neighborhood, an area that's currently faced with preserving history and investing in the future.
So Steve, Myra, and the rest of the KSAT team will be live from the Carver Community Cultural Center starting at 6 o'clock Monday night. You can watch right here on KSAT 12, KSAT.com, and of course on our KSAT TV app, available any way you stream.
Outside with live cam as we got our Friday going, kind of a murky start to the day, a little fog, a little mist in it. Looks like some more substantial precipitation is trying to get going.
Yep, and that's going to be the theme throughout the rest of the day. It's not going to be for everybody in terms of the actual notable rain, and unfortunately rain totals are not looking as good as what they were looking like earlier this week. But yes, it is misty and we've got the fog. It's pretty widespread across a good chunk of the area today. Let's take a look at the radar and where some of that more substantial rain is right now. You can see it's really west of San Antonio. Yes, we have the drizzle. Yes, we have the mist and the fog in place here in the Alamo City, but the shower activity still just to the west of Bexar County. You can see we've got a few notable showers there that have just passed through the Bandera as well as Medina areas. That's going to continue working its way farther up to the northeast, approaching I-10, headed for the Kerrville and Comfort area over the next hour or so. Taking a little jog farther off to the west near Concan, Canepa, even Uvalde, seeing some light rain. That's going to be crossing over 127 here as that also works its way way farther up to the northeast. And then moving down to Zavala County, another little batch of some light to even moderate rain at times there near La Pryor. We're going to be monitoring this throughout the remainder of the day as this slowly works its way eastward, really into this afternoon. That's when our best chance for finding some showers here in San Antonio works into the forecast. And here's the catalyst behind all of that activity. There's an area of low pressure moving across the plains. It's got a front attached to it. You can see all of that rain approaching the I-35 corridor this Friday morning. That will be the case here over the next several hours. By lunchtime, still some more of those showers west of San Antonio, and then notice it starts to work its way farther eastward by about 4 o'clock. A few light showers possible here closer to San Antonio. That will continue through any dinner time plans, and then after dinner, that works its way farther east near Gonzales, Shiner, Hallettsville, even Cuero. And then later on tonight by 10, 11 o'clock, we're really dry across the hill country, even here in town. As that front works its way through, it will continue to clear us out into the overnight hours, clearing skies there as well. Plenty of sunshine this weekend. Also, it will be a bit breezy first thing tomorrow. I think some wind gusts upwards of 25 to even 30 miles per hour will be possible to kickstart our Saturday. Again, in terms of rainfall totals, unfortunately, not too good as what we were initially hoping. It's looking like a couple of tenths of an inch are possible, maybe some localized higher totals in a few spots. So something we'll continue to watch for you. But then after that, you can see rain chances, they're pretty much gone. It's going to be a quiet weekend and even a quiet start to early next week. Now let's talk temperatures. Upper 50s right now here in San Antonio, a dew point of 58 too. So again, when the dew point temperature and the actual air temperature come close together, that's when the air saturates and we see the fog, which is exactly what we're looking at right now outside. Visibility still down to about a quarter of a mile. So if you're planning on stepping out on the roadways pretty soon, please be careful and give yourself a little bit of extra time to get to where you need to be. Temperatures across the area, 57 right now in Bulverde, 58 in Converse, it's 60 on the south side at Stinson, 61 in Hondo, and 58 up in Bandera. As we head into this afternoon, 63 degrees by 1 p.m. A forecast high topping off in the mid-60s, around 65 for us here in town by 4 o'clock. Later on this evening, again, by about 9 to 10, we'll start to see some of that cloud cover break up just a bit. Temperatures falling into the upper 50s as we dry things out there as well. Lower humidity is going to punch in for the weekends. We've got plenty of the moisture in place this Friday, but tomorrow and Sunday going to be very comfortable out there. And because of that, you can see overnight lows are expected to drop as well. So while we started off in the mid to upper 50s today, tomorrow morning a bit chillier in the mid 40s, plenty of sunshine, daytime highs topping off in the mid 60s there as well. Sunday, even chillier, upper 30s expected here in San Antonio. Daytime highs a little bit warmer because of that drier air, near about 70. And then we've got that quiet start to next week, still pretty comfortable out there. Overnight lows start to warm by Wednesday and Thursday as a little bit more moisture works in. And then into the late week time frame, that's when we could see a few more rain chances creep back into the forecast. So that's something we'll be monitoring for you in the coming days, guys.
Thank you, Mia.
You bet.
Time now is 9:19, 59 degrees.
We'll be right back with a look at our morning headlines.
In your morning headlines during the season of giving, airline travelers can give back miles to help children battling critical illnesses.
And SpaceX CEO Elon Musk donates millions of dollars to form a STEM focus school just up I-35 from us. Tiffany Huertas joins us with our morning headlines. Good morning, Tiff.
Good morning. Happy Friday. I'm very excited about this story. That's more opportunities for students here in Texas. Now, Elon Musk is tapping into that world of education and wants to launch a new school in Austin. Tax filings tied to the billionaire show Musk's plan. A nearly $100 million donation from Musk is backing plans for a new primary and secondary school and ultimately a university. The STEM school expects to enroll about 50 students and will be funded through donations and tuition fees. It could also offer scholarships. Now, Musk moved from California to the Lone Star State in 2020. And it's the season of giving, and United Airlines is asking customers to contribute miles to Make-A-Wish America. The airlines is encouraging its Mileage Plus members to donate air miles to the nonprofit which fulfills wishes for children battling critical illnesses. The organization says more than 70% of wishes require some form of travel. The airline says it will match the first 2.5 million miles donated this month. Make-A-Wish says it needs almost 3 billion airlines miles each year in order to fulfill wishes that require travel. Now, Forbes advisor asking thousands of dog owners what breed of dog is perfect for you, and found it varies widely by where you live. Forbes surveyed about 10,000 dog owners across the country, finding German Shepherd scored #1 in most states. People who live in California, Florida, and right here in Texas, Bernese Mountain Dogs took the top spot. Last year, the American Kennel Club found French Bulldogs were the most popular breed in the U.S. The most popular answer in the survey is probably the most correct, that no breed in particular is the best. And now to New Jersey. A man there joked about throwing a Walmart party on social media, and thousands RSVP'd, so he made it to a toy drive. Last month, Drew Delgado created a Facebook event for a Walmart self-checkout Christmas party. He wrote, quote, "Celebrating another successful year of picking pain and bagging your own groceries while actual employees just stand around and check receipts," unquote. Then tens of thousands of people responded as interested. So he and his wife teamed up with a local company and organized a toy drive.
For the longest time, I always kind of envisioned, doing some kind of big event for people, especially around the holidays. And I just felt like that was kind of the perfect opportunity to shoot my shot.
Now, if this event goes smoothly, Delgado says this could become an annual Christmas event, and it's happening tonight. What an interesting way to kind of flip the script and make it into something back to giving.
Back to the dog breeds.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a Bernese Mountain Dog here in the San Antonio area.
Hot.
I know they're out there.
It's too hot for them here.
Yeah, it's just
they're so fluffy.
They're very fluffy.
They're cute. Mia's called them fluffy this morning.
They're beautiful dogs.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Right now, let's take a look. 9:25, 59 degrees more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including some new information from CPS Energy. The company is saying we're ready for winter. We'll hear from officials at CPS on what we should expect.
Plus, how a local teacher's unique lesson plans landed him on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list. That's all coming up on GMSA at 9. Welcome back, everybody. To be ranked next to some A-listers like Kendall Jenner and Lamar Jackson is pretty cool, but also to be in San Antonio area, even cooler.
Absolutely. A local teacher is getting national recognition for being named on Forbes' esteemed 30 Under 30 list for 2024. John Paul Barajas sat down with AP stat teacher Dashel Youngsaver to see how his unique lesson plans got him recognized.
3 standard deviations away from the mean. We're at 99.7.
Math isn't for everyone, but in Dashel Youngsaver's high school classes,
That's the number. That's correct.
just about everyone is engaged.
Perfect. We're there.
And his creative lesson plans
What's going to be the center of our normal?
found him a spot on Forbes 30 Under 30 for 2024.
It was kind of a shock. There wasn't a lot of lead up to it. But very thankful to them for recognizing the work.
Youngsaver traded boring textbook math problems.
Bob is 58 watermelons. 0.016, roughly.
For ones that had relevance to his students. He says students asked to learn about a wide variety of topics, such as
What's your probability of finding a true match on an online dating site?
the odds of having a fairy tale ending hooked some, but for others, the love of the Spurs was more pressing.
Is it 3-point shooting percentage? How do you weight all these factors and see how one team is doing relative to the average and what that does to their predicted probability of winning a finals?
And then, in a district where traditionally only 2% of students pass the AP Stats exam, went up to 42% passing in his classroom. It doesn't take a calculator to see making math relatable, put the odds in Youngsaver's favor.
Learning the math becomes not a chore, but an opportunity.
Youngsaver's success and remote learning because of the pandemic led him to put his relevant math online, and creating his nonprofit, Skew the Script, a free curriculum provider, which currently has upwards of 20,000 teachers subscribed to it across the nation. Still, Youngsaver says the work's not done.
Our eventual goal is to make all of secondary math 6 through 12 relevant. And it's going to be a multi-year process, but we're excited to get going on it. For me?
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you.
Daschel says he's honored for the recognition and he wants to thank his students who took his lessons and then did the work to understand it and make the good grades.
I didn't take stats, but I would have loved to take it with him.
Yeah.
He seems like a nice guy. I would love to fail that class
Absolutely.
with him.
I would love to drop my grade point average.
Yeah.
Just to have a good teacher.
But I think we would actually get it. I mean, he seems like a really fun teacher.
We can do like some communication stats.
Yeah, there you go. I took stats in college.
Well, I hope you did.
I mean, you would think that meteorologists probably have to take statistics. I learned a lot, and especially having a great teacher, I feel like that just makes or breaks the class, like when you have a great teacher. So props to him. That's fantastic. Apologies for my voice today. The mountain cedar got the best of me. Good news in the pollen count today, though. That actually has dropped now into the low category as we wrap up the work week. Mold's also low. So overall, not too bad. Do want to take the latest look here at our visibility values as that fog continues in and around the San Antonio area. Still down to just a quarter of a mile over at SA International, about 2 miles in Seguin, just over a mile up I-10 in Kerrville. Overall, that hindered visibility. So just be extra careful on those roads here. We do have some drizzle pushing across the region, even some light rain out west. Here in San Antonio, the best chance that we'll have for finding some more notable shower activity, I think, is just after lunchtime. A few showers possible as all of this works its way farther eastward. Then we see that front move in later this evening, and that's going to clear us out from northwest to southeast later tonight. And then after that, yes, a little breezy tomorrow morning, but it's going to be a beautiful weekend. Sunshine, low humidity, chilly mornings followed by very comfortable afternoons. That even continues into next week. So once again, we'll talk all about it, get you more details on that coming up in just a few, guys.
Taking a look at the roads with TransGuide. RJ, we still looking pretty good out there. Just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Yes, thumbs up. That's a good sign considering that the weather has pretty much remained unchanged all morning long. Looking live at 37 at 181. Well, ever since the winter storm of February 2021, the same concern comes across everyone's mind. Is it going to happen again?
And to try to ease everyone's mind, CPS Energy held a briefing yesterday to say it's ready for winter.
Garrett Berger asked the leader of CPS Energy why he should be believed.
When cold winds blow in, CPS Energy says it's prepared to push power out. Utility officials say plants have been prepped for the winter, and they've got more generation ability available than they expect to need.
In short, the plants are ready.
On the other side, it's also trying to entice people to join a voluntary program where CPS can remotely adjust eligible smart thermostats when they need to conserve power. Though they say you can override it.
We'll give you an $85 credit and then a $20 credit for participating in our winter program and then a $30 credit for the summer program.
But if there's a wider power shortage on the Texas grid, CPS says rolling outages should be more regular and manageable than what many saw in the 2021 freeze.
Customers should see 15 minutes off and then hours on, depending upon how much load the ERCOT's asking us to give them.
But that freeze is still at the forefront of many people's minds whenever they think of winter and CPS Energy. So we ask, why should you believe the utility now?
The proof's in the pudding, right? I mean, we got to earn their trust as we get through every season. But, we have not had an event since Winter Storm Uri. And, our track record has to, factor in.
We'll see how this winter affects that record. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Okay, 18 losses. The Spurs are back on the court tonight, looking to snap that record-losing streak.
And the Cowboys and Texans making playoff pushes. RJ is back with a look ahead at this weekend's sports slate. Hey, RJ.
The opposite end here. The Cowboys and Texans doing pretty well, and of course the Spurs. When will it end? That's what we're all asking. The last one for the Spurs, November 2nd, they actually had a winning record this year, y'all. They were 3-2, and since then, a record-breaking losing streak here. So guess what? They get another crack at it today, and we still have the Lakers in town now. The Lakers. LeBron James did not play in Wednesday's game. We do expect him to play tonight. He had a calf contusion, so he missed out on that one there. Anthony Davis, Victor Wembanyama had themselves a pretty nice matchup again. I said after that game, I like the fact that Wemby kind of went at Anthony Davis and didn't back down from the challenge, but still, the Spurs still trying to figure it out, especially late game sort of situation. So that game is tonight against the Los Angeles Lakers here at the Frostbank Center. And then, don't forget Sunday, Day. This is going to be a pretty interesting moment here because it's actually Tony Parker Day at the Frost Bank Center. So it's my understanding that they're going to reveal his Hall of Fame banner. So again, he has his number retired, number 9, the good old days. Feel like Britt crying right there, the good old days. Remember those? Yeah, so they're going to have that at 2:30 tip-off there against the New Orleans Pelicans. So Spurs have a couple opportunities here to break this losing streak before they get back on the road. Hopefully they could take care of business today against the Lakers and the one and only LeBron James. Okay, moving on to some NFL action. We're talking Cowboys, Texans. Here we go. So the Cowboys, they are on the road. They're at Buffalo. I checked the temperature. It's actually going to not be too bad out there in upstate New York. 36 degrees, but the wind's going to be kind of a major factor out there. So, it'd be interesting to see how Dak does under these conditions. Dak Prescott right now in the MVP discussion, actually a front runner by many sort of betting websites. So that's going to be interesting to watch him take on Josh Allen. Basically, the Bills are kind of, they're struggling for playoff position against the Houston Texans. The Texans right now 7-6. They are 8th place in the AFC right now. So that's going to be a lot of fun out there. Fun Sunday action there. Texans at Tennessee. Those games are always wild out there, but the Texans have been looking pretty good over the past couple of weeks. All right, from the pros to high school. Today is winner take all for the Smithson Valley Rangers representing out there in Comal County. They're hoping to add state champs. Look at this is one of my favorite traditions locally, high school football. They buy district championships. They put up this number, the year number, after every one of those accomplishments. So they're hoping to add that to their history sign. The Rangers getting ready to face an undefeated Aledo for the 5A D1 state championship. So Aledo here, a powerhouse. They have won a state record 11 championships, including last season and 10 out of the past 15 years, while our Smithson Valley Rangers playing for a state championship for the 4th time in their school history, and they are looking for their first title. This has got to be it. This is going to be the one right here. This is the first meeting between these two schools.
I'm really excited, only 2 teams get to go, and it's an opportunity, and we're ready to just go out there and take it and go out there and play.
I mean, it's really special. I mean, we're obviously making history out here, but we're just going to, once again, treat it like normal. I mean, it's another game. We're going to treat it how we always treat every game.
There's going to the state championship game, and then there's winning the state championship. And, we've accomplished the first, but we're after the second, So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time congratulating ourselves or patting ourselves on the back or celebrating our success. That's all well and good, but we're focused on winning the game.
All right, Coach Larry Hill, one of the iconic local head coaches here. Smithson Valley taking on Aledo there at Jerry World tonight. Class 5A Division I state crown there. Kickoff there, 7 o'clock from AT&T Stadium. And I like, guys, what Larry Hill was saying. He's like, you know what? We're not going up against history tonight. We get it. We know that Aledo's a powerhouse. We just need to worry about the next 48 minutes. That's what we need to worry about. And shout out to the Smithson Valley Rangers. Hopefully they get it done and bring this title back to the San Antonio area.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah,
RJ,
luck.
thank you.
Thanks, guys.
9:39, 59 degrees.
You're watching GMSA at 9. And just ahead, a powerful story of hope and a mother's love for her son. How a San Antonio woman accomplished a big milestone during a difficult time.
As we head to break, I want to remind you that we're taking part in the Salvation Army's Parade of Kettles competition, trying to raise $2,000 for families in need this holiday season. Right now, we're only about $800 away from meeting our goal. If you grab your phone and scan this QR code, it'll take you to the website where you can find a link to donate. Every donation is appreciated, no matter how big or small. Even donating just $10 can help provide a meal for someone in need. Donations are being accepted from now through Christmas Eve. Okay, as we check out Zoo Cam, the hippos are hiding yet again. So we've diverted to the crane exhibit.
They're not doing much either.
No, it's kind of a quiet, gray day out there, but always a great day to go to the San Antonio Zoo.
And, it's been kind of yucky. Maybe that's why they're just staying inside.
Probably.
But this weekend, it should be nice.
This weekend's going to be fantastic. If you have any plans, travel plans, whatever, no issues going to slow you down there. Plenty of sunshine, low humidity, which I feel like is going to make a very big difference. But yes, before we can get there, we are still dealing with some dampness out there. We've got the fog fog in place and some mist here in San Antonio. And here's the latest when it comes to your authority radar. Again, most of the more notable rain is west of the Alamo City. Here's the latest on that activity that was moving through Kerr County up into the Hill Country. Light to moderate rain now moving through the mountain home area up there in northwestern Kerr County. That's approaching I-10. A few more showers in between Kerrville as well as Comfort. That's working off to the northeast. Concan just saw some light rain move through your area. That crossed over 127. Now it's approaching Utopia. Knippa, you just saw a little shower there as well. Uvalde got some rain on the south side of the city, even more headed your direction with all of that activity on the Uvalde-Zavala County line. That stretches down Highway 83. Crystal City saw a little bit of light rain there as well. A few more showers just to the north of Bigwell. So again, all of this is slowly going to work its way farther eastward throughout the day. By lunchtime, we've still got the cloud cover and maybe even a little bit of drizzle still here in San Antonio. Showers closer to Bandera, even near Carrizo Springs, just west of Cotulla. And then as this does work its way closer to San Antonio, I think by mid-afternoon, that's our best chance to find some of that rain move through the region here in the Alamo City. Then later on this evening by dinner time near New Braunfels, Gonzales, a few showers out near your area. Then we start to see that front work its way through. It clears us out from northwest to the southeast later tonight, clearing skies through the overnight. By tomorrow morning, we're going to see plenty of sunshine, and that's going to be the theme this weekend. So today we'll monitor, yes, the clouds and some dampness throughout the day with a few showers possible. This weekend, low humidity, like what we were talking about earlier, making for some chilly mornings and very nice afternoons with those blue skies in place. And even into next week, with high pressure taking back over, a quiet weather pattern is going to start next week there as well. We also mentioned a bit earlier that tomorrow morning likely going to be a little breezy, if not maybe even windy. Right now, we don't have a ton of actual wind gusts being reported in and around the San Antonio area, but after that front moves in later this evening, we see those winds flip in from the north, and it does look to get a little gusty out there. Wind gusts upwards of about 25 to even 30 miles per hour are expected through the early morning hours of our Saturday, and then later on tomorrow afternoon. Whenever we do find out there in terms of those wind gusts, that looks to start settling down. What those winds will be doing, filtering in that drier air. So we've got plenty of the moisture in place this Friday. Why it's so foggy, why we'll be monitoring for some showers out there. But notice by tomorrow, as those north winds really kick in, that drier air moves in and those dew points start to fall. So that's what's going to make it an absolutely gorgeous weekend here in South Central Texas. Again, tomorrow morning a bit chilly, mid-40s, transitioning to the mid-60s by the afternoon. Even chillier by Sunday morning. I think we dip down briefly into the upper 30s here in town before those high temperatures top off closer to the 70-degree mark. So we'll monitor this low pressure system as it continues to work its way farther eastward here throughout the remainder of the day. So that'll be the theme this weekend. Before we can get there, keep the umbrella handy today should you need to use it, and be careful out there on the roadways. Into next week as that high pressure system takes back over. Yes, it will be a quiet start with moisture increasing. The cloud cover does so as well by Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures come up a touch, and that's also when we'll be monitoring for our next isolated chances for rain ahead of next weekend.
Mia, thank you. We are continuing to highlight some of the December college graduates in our area, and today's story features a mother whose love for her child motivated her to complete school, create art, while bringing awareness to childhood cancer, something her son is currently battling. Tiffany Huerta shares how this special mom is channeling pain into art.
He's spontaneous and spunky, and he climbs everything.
Melissa Long says her 2-year-old son, Ollie, has a big personality, but is now facing the toughest fight of his life.
Last semester, my son was diagnosed with leukemia, and my entire world flipped around and spun, and we were just left so empty inside without knowing how to cope with this or how to navigate these emotions that we as a family had never experienced before.
During this difficult time, Long has turned to art.
This one is called Speak It Into Existence, like encouraging yourself and reminding yourself that everything's going to be okay.
Long says her art revolves around Ollie.
This one is literally the doctor's note, the provider's note in his patient chart that from the first day of diagnosis.
With Ollie as her motivation, Long was able to graduate with a Bachelor's of Fine Arts from the UTSA School of Art.
I hope for advocacy for childhood cancer. I hope that people learn something when they read my artwork. I hope people learn something about themselves, just like I did. I learned so much while doing my art, and I hope that I'm able to achieve that for other people.
Long is on a mission to educate people about childhood cancer and has big dreams for her family.
Maybe by the first of the year, I'm hoping to be able to get a solo exhibition. And I'm hoping to be able to, I don't want to just show my work on walls. I want people to connect with my art all over the world.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
10 till 10 on your Friday morning, 59 degrees.
We'll be right back.
A singer and actress adding another award to her collection, and Eddie Murphy is back as Axel Foley.
Plus, Trevor Noah could make history at the Grammys. CNN's Douglas Hyde has a look at our entertainment news.
Award shows. Every other week there seems to be an award show.
Barbra Streisand has 2 Oscars, 10 Grammys, 5 Emmys, and a Tony Award sitting on her mantle. And now she'll be saying hello gorgeous to another big trophy, a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Screen Actors Guild. The Hollywood icon will receive her latest prize at the SAG Awards in February.
Watch your ass out there, okay? I'm gonna be fine. They love me in Beverly Hills.
Eddie Murphy is back in action as Axel Foley for the first time in nearly 30 years. A new teaser trailer is giving us our first look at Beverly Hills cop Axel F., which sees the Detroit police officer back in town for more wild adventures. The 4th installment in the action comedy franchise premieres on Netflix next summer. Trevor Noah has just been tapped to host the Grammys for the 4th consecutive year, and this time he might also be picking up an award himself. His comedy album, I Wish You Would, is up for a Grammy, and if he wins, he'd become only the 2nd person to do that while hosting the show, the other being Kenny Rogers way back in 1980. In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
Hey, we have some reminders. If you need to mail any of those packages, the deadline is today for FedEx for delivery and ground, and USPS also today. Priority Mail, Express Military Service. Tomorrow is Ground Advantage and First Class Mail.
And then UPS, check online for ground shipping, ups.com/CTC.
All right, so we still have the fog. We've got the drizzle in place here in San Antonio this hour. A few showers possible throughout the remainder of the day with the cloud cover. High temperature topping off in the mid-60s. After that, we clear things out later on tonight. The front moves through. A windy start tomorrow, but it's going to be a beautiful weekend. Enjoy it. Even enjoy the quiet start to next week. The low humidity then will start to work in a touch more moisture by the middle of next week, and that's also when we'll be monitoring a few more isolated chances.
The weekend looks so good, but that cold, how cold it's going to be is going to surprise some folks.
Yeah, it's going to be a little chilly.
Yeah.
Good start to winter break. I know a lot of kiddos are off today.
That's right. Have a good break, and we'll see our crews back here for the news at noon.